Yes. Okay. Happy Women's History Month.
Thank you, my love. Happy Women's History Month to you as well.
Thank you. I receive all that love.
Yes.
I am really excited about this interview because I planned for it to be informative, inspirational, and educational.
Absolutely.
So, you are Dr. Hirsch, but I got a feeling that people might say your name wrong. So, you are Marlyn Hirsch.
Correct.
Okay. So, have people gotten that wrong in the past?
My entire life. I'm talking from grade school. I've been Maryland.
Yeah.
And I let people do it all through grade school.
You let them?
And somewhere I decided, that is not my name. And I'm going to speak up. So I started saying, my name is Marlyn. And they're like, oh. Well, I thought I saw an eye. Well, you didn't see an eye.
It's not in
There's
there.
no eye there.
Right. I think that there's something, people let their names be mispronounced. I mean, I don't know why, but, you know, for many people, they feel like, oh, I don't want to, you know, ruffle any feathers or, you know, I don't want to make anybody mad at me, so I'll just let them call me whatever they want. But are you named, does your name mean anything?
My name comes from my grandfather. My grandfather's name was Marvin. And Marvin's birthday was on February 14th, same day as mine.
Oh, you're a Love Day baby?
Yes.
Yes.
And I have an aunt who was named after him. Her name is Marlyn. So that's Marlyn number 1.
Okay.
Then I am Marlyn number 2.
Okay.
I have a niece that's Marlyn number 3, and now I have a grandchild that's Marlyn number 4. So we are creating legacy. Marlyn is legacy.
I love that.
Yes.
Oh, well, you absolutely have to make sure people pronounce it right.
I do.
Yes.
Going forward.
Yes. But I think that there's a specific confidence that comes when we can check somebody softly enough to mean exactly what I say, and that's what I want you to say. My mom, I'm an only child, but my mom grew up making sure that I was never called any kind of nickname. Not Mo, not Nikki, Nikki, none of these things, because she felt like this is your name, and she said, I know way too many adults still being called Pookie because that's what they grew up with.
I have a sister named Pookie.
And she's like, and then people don't know your actual name.
Yes.
I remember going to camp one year, and summer camp, and when my mom came to pick me up, the counselor was like, well, I had a moment with your daughter because I called her China because of her eyes. And the lady said that I told her, I ain't no plate.
Period.
I meant exactly what I said, even at that age.
I said what I said.
Yes. So names are very important, and most don't come with this kind of story, but I'm so glad I asked. That's such a great story.
Yes.
So we are here today at, tell me, Hirsch
Advanced Practice Providers.
Hirsch Advanced Practice Providers, and you are a clinical physician.
I am a clinical doctor. So I have a clinical doctorate.
Okay.
I have full practice authority. So
Okay.
I work on my own. I don't need a collaborating physician. And that's where I am in my career.
Okay. Oh, come on. In the career.
Yes.
Yes. So let's get into it. I wanted to sit down with you specifically to talk about the transformation possible nowadays of women's health, because I know firsthand that you are helping some of our close friends in our friend circle not just find their confidence through their physical frame, but improve their internal physical health. And I think that that is so key and important, because somehow, you know, between the Kardashians and social media, we think we're supposed to, right? And so that has us in our heads. But we do want to look good. We do want to feel good. And what I know is that when a woman has her confidence in order, she moves around different in the world. So let's talk about how you are creating these transformations in the physical and the internal.
And the internal.
Yes.
So I think that uniquely our program works with our clients on a holistic continuum. Like we not only give you this injection that magically makes you lose weight, but we also give you the nutrition aspect, then we give you the mental health aspect, and then we give you the diet and the exercise aspect. So we're actually bringing a full circle. Like we want you to win, to walk out and be the best that you can be. And a lot of these women come in broken. They come in broken, they come in depressed with high anxiety because they do understand that food is an addiction.
Yeah.
It's an addiction. And it's very hard, especially in menopausal age, to lose the weight because of the decrease in estrogen. That is a combination of things that happens in your body that has you at a deficit for losing weight. So we uniquely work with everybody in their own space, and what they need from us, we try to give to them.
Okay.
On a weekly basis.
Oh, so you see people weekly?
I see everybody weekly.
Oh, okay.
Unless you're from out of town, and if you're from out of town, we telehealth with you weekly.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So what is the shot? Because injection shot.
Injection shot.
Yeah. Because I see commercials. I see, you could get this pill, get this shot. You don't even need insurance. You could do this. You could do this to get it.
Yeah.
And that, I believe, diminishes the importance of people needing a real medical health professional. So let's start with, what is it? What is the GLP that everyone is talking about?
So the GLP or GIP is basically injection that it's a very simple concept. You inject it into your body. You have receptors that are in your abdomen, in your gut. They attach to that gut and they slow down your gastric emptying. In turn, your brain says, food noise, shut off. She's not hungry. She's not having cravings. All the things that you thought that were barriers to you losing this weight start happening in reverse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you are able to not eat a whole meal, because if you used to eat 6 chicken wings, when you start this injection, initially they'd be like, girl, I only had 2. I could only eat 2. I'm so happy.
So it makes you feel full faster.
It makes you feel full faster, so it shuts off the food noise. It makes you feel full faster. And some people do get constipation. That is one of the side effects. But we work with our clients very well, specifically to make sure that they don't have that problem.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So when the food noise is turned off, that's what we know as our cravings, right?
Yes.
I need this sugar, I need this salt. But that's usually pointing to something that's off inside the body.
And that is your insulin.
Okay.
So what happens is insulin is the key to opening the cell for glucose to get in. But if you don't have the insulin, then you won't be able to get that glucose inside your cell. So it's just out there begging for some carbs, begging for some cravings, and that's what it's doing. But with this injection, it's allowing that insulin into your cell.
Receptor to receive.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
So we know that, anybody talking to anybody or watching people on the GLPs, we see the physical transformation. But I wanted to talk to you specifically because as a medical professional, you are not just helping people be confident on the outside.
Yes.
What is the actual metabolic metrics, or what's happening to people's numbers on the inside of their bodies?
So what's happening to their numbers is that so we have the type of clients that may be diabetic, meaning their hemoglobin A1C, which is that average, 3-month average of what your glucose is. So if you eat every day potato chips, you're probably going to be at 300. So that number is decreasing, and that's permanently decreasing. Your cholesterol numbers are permanently decreasing because you have to think, food noise, shut off. I don't want McDonald's. I don't want those potato chips. And then when we have you in that mindset, we're able to go in and talk to you about healthy choices, because now you don't want to eat those things, but you have to eat. So I tell people, set yourself a schedule, alarm, every 4 hours. You have to have a small snack, but we want healthy snacks. You don't want to eat you don't want to eat anyway. So this is going to get you into the healthy lifestyles, short, small increments of sustainable changes.
Yeah. Now that's key.
Yes.
Because when people go on, diets, weight loss crazes, everything is supposed to be about stop all of this and do all of this. And nobody really lives like that in real life. But you said something I want to go back to. You said permanent changes.
Yes.
So talk to me about how it is permanent. Do I have to stay on this injection? How does it remain permanent?
So how it remains permanent is really all in you.
Okay.
It's all in that person, because I won't say that there aren't some people that fall back. But what we have is a post-management program. So we don't have you lose the weight and kick you out. Okay. We still want to see you. So in seeing them, I've come out with a line of supplements that mimic the shot. So you don't have to take an injection. You can also take a capsule that helps you shut off the food noise, make you feel full. So we have those things. And there are some clients that don't even need that. They do so well during their program that they have just won the battle. They've won it. I'm like, you won. You wasn't fighting. You won.
You won, yeah.
And I applaud that every time, because I love to see someone win the battle.
Yeah,
you have to win.
It's mental,
yes.
And you mentioned food being an addiction,
yes.
which is also very real.
Yes.
But I think that what happens over time, hormones are changing, life is happening. Women are so focused on everyone else in life that we tend not to have taken the best care of self.
True.
And you get disconnected from yourself, and maybe don't even realize that life has blown you up, right? We call it stress, we call it circumstances. All of that is real.
Cortisol level.
Right. But this reconnection that feels very intentional. And that's why I wanted to talk to you, not just anybody who's taking it, but somebody who knows how to guide one on the journey. How did you even realize that this was what you wanted your practice to be about?
So just like everyone else, well, not like everyone else, my practice was born from being in primary care. Okay. So I started off seeing men, women of all ages, elderly, but the one factor, and of course they had hypertension and high cholesterol and diabetes and hyperthyroidism. And what I saw was that the common denominator was obesity. It was obesity. High blood pressure, obesity, sleep apnea, obesity, diabetes, obesity. All those things can be controlled if you change your diet, if you lose the weight. You can actually come off of a CPAP machine if you have sleep apnea, because the circumference of your neck will decrease. And there are a lot of men, and I have men in my clinic to date that have come off their CPAP machine.
Men get the GLP?
The men get the GLP.
Shut up!
And the men are killing it. The men kill the game. Yes,
okay.
They do.
Okay.
So, in that being said, I went to my partners and I said, hey, I want to start a weight loss clinic. And they're like, oh, okay. So I want 2 days. Give me 2 days. Started off a clinic, 6301 West 159th. Okay. I was there for maybe about a year, but I would only do 2 days because I still had my real job to do. Okay. But I felt like I was so impactful. But then I left that practice, and I had a friend with a clinic right down the street, 114th and Western. He said, hey, how big do you want your island to be? And I said, what? Huge, ginormous. And he's like, look, come in here. I'll give you 2 days. He gave me 2 days. I still worked, traveled the world, setting up vent units everywhere, Tennessee, Florida. But I came home on Friday, and I did my clinic on Saturday and Sunday all day, and I left back on Monday. Wow. But it was that important to me to build this practice. Yeah. And we found that we would have lines down the door. I mean, you would walk up like,
what they giving away?
I was like, Jesus. But God is all I could say, but God. Like, how is this happening in my life? Yeah. So we were able to find this space so that we can treat more people efficiently. And I said, this is it for me. I'm not going to do anything else. I am going to dedicate myself to the health and wellness of men and women.
Yeah. Well, I can only imagine, as a life coach, one of the ways that I have shown and showcased my work was on me being my own first client.
Yes.
Right? Any principle that I've ever taught is because I used it, I proved it, and I know that it works. And so my game is to help people in their mind. Yours is in their body, and to pull all those pieces together. Yeah. But did you use the GLP?
I definitely used the GLP. I did. I did the sauce. I had the sauce.
Okay.
So I started my journey. Actually, I had a girlfriend that she has a clinic, and she was like, you have to do it. And I wasn't into the fads. Like, I don't want to do faddish things. But I realized after my research that it wasn't a fad. It was actually something that worked. And that could really work on our clients and help the underserved community. And I thought of ways that I could give that to them in a way that you don't have to buy 3 months and go home and then talk to no one, and you lose or you may lose, or you go up, you go down. I wanted to actually have the principles of teaching them how to lose the weight. So I started it myself. I started at 215 pounds. 215.
I don't even know 215 Marlyn.
You wouldn't have. I didn't know her either. Because when I looked in the mirror, I didn't see her. And now when I look at pictures, I'm like, she's in there. But that wasn't me. That wasn't me. That wasn't the best version of myself. So I did start the injection. Started at 2.5, and I saw myself in maybe in like 5 or 10 pound increments. I started losing, but every time I beat a 5 or a 10, so going from 190 to 189, I'm like, whoo, I'm at 189. Yes. I'm in the 180s. And honestly, it just went on. It took me about 8 to 9 months. But my initial goal was 165. And when I saw some 165, I said, I don't see it. Because I try to tell my clients, you will see it. What you're looking for, you're going to see it. And when you see it, that's it.
So there's no, just to pause there, there's no specific number that you're chasing.
I'm not chasing a number. Not chasing a number, but all of our clients usually come in with the number in mind. I want to be 120 pounds. Well, when was the last time you were 120?
Elementary.
I was 12. Girl.
We're not going there.
Girl, we're not doing that.
No.
Now,
that's not healthy or responsible.
Let's talk sensible. We don't want you skin going around. We want you healthy. So we are always able to get them to a place where they understand what they need along the journry. Because we meet with them every week.
Yes. Okay, so what happened when you got to 167?
When I get to 167, I still, I've always been bottom heavy. That's just my genetic makeup.
Black girl makeup.
Boom. Grandma, everyone.
Everybody.
So I still didn't see it. I didn't see it yet. I wasn't ready. And then I went down to 155, and I said, okay, I can deal with this. I can stay here. And I'll also say along that journey, unlike what I teach now, I learned that you have to work out. So when I started coming down, I saw my skin getting loose. I saw, that wasn't, it was, so I said, okay, girl, we have to do something. So I understood from my own era that you have to also work out. You have to have the package. You have to watch your diet. You have to exercise. You have to drink your water. You have to have a bowel movement every day. Those things are very important to the success of this program.
So you got to build more muscle.
You do.
Because as the fat leaves, the muscle has to take that place in order for people to actually look like what they're thinking they want to look like.
Absolutely.
So that's a key.
Yes.
That's definitely a key. Yeah, and you learned that on your own. Because what does, so if someone goes too fast, does the skin get loose?
It does. And that also depends on age. Because some of the young women, I have some 20-year-olds, 30, they just snap back and they're beautiful. And
to be 20 again.
None of that. But
the rest of us
middle-aged women, beautiful women, black queens, we have to exercise. It's important for our cardiovascular health. Too. It's important for our joints and for our bones, for our bone health. So those are things it's just very important for you to do those things. And I find that once I started working out and I had a personal trainer, it started really coming together like, okay, I see that. That feels good. My back feels better. Because even though I lost the weight, once you start losing the weight, sometimes you lose it so fast that you lose some muscle. Muscles support joints, support tendons. So you have to have good muscle mass to support those things. So I can tell the difference now that I've started working out.
Got it. So it took you about 8 to 9 months the first time that you did this. And were you practicing on yourself before you started introducing it to clients?
Yes, I completed the program before I let even anybody in the office take it. So anything that I introduce, I do it myself first. Because I want to see how I'm going to respond. I know I'm an average girl. I can do all things through Christ. So I know.
What you said.
And so I wanted to try everything on myself. I try my supplements.
Okay.
I have happy tea. We call it happy tea, but it's just
like
an energy tea.
Okay. I'm going to have to shop in here before I leave today.
It's just an energy tea. But yeah, we try all the things before we send them out to our clients.
Okay. And so once you started this journey of seeing women transform, how are you able from the medical side to track that? What are the metrics that you use so that people know that it's actually transforming and changing? Because body dysmorphia is very real.
Absolutely.
And even though people see the scale move or just see their clothes change, which usually happens before the scale moves,
Correct.
and you start to feel your body being a little bit different,
Yes.
They still look in the mirror or put those clothes on and don't believe the size that the clothes actually are. Body dysmorphia is just very real. We don't talk about it enough.
Real.
For an average person, we usually talk about it in people that are extremely obese.
Exactly.
But how do you track it so that you know it's actually changing?
So what we've invested in is a system called Shape Scale.
Okay.
And Shape Scale is, you stand on it, it's a cardiobiometric system where it takes all your measurements from an ultrasound. So it starts, low, goes high. You have to have on tight clothes. We do that monthly. So it gives you your BMR, your muscle mass, your water, what your risk score is of being at risk for illnesses. There's so many, it's a great printout. We do it monthly, but we're able to show them where you started and where you're going.
Okay.
And that also is showing people, okay, this is the size you are, this is the size you were, because it actually shows your body and shows a picture of your new scan. So each month you see that coming down, but you also see the composition of your body changing, losing inches around your waist, losing inches in your arm, in your thighs. So those things, and then building muscle where you need to build muscle. So that's what that scan does, and it's a big part of our practice.
Okay. Do you do any medical testing of the numbers, the cholesterol, the what's the other thing, the high cholesterol and diabetes?
So those aren't necessary, but basically what our patients do, they see their primary care physicians. We get their labs from them. Now, my primary care patients, we do our labs that way. But what I love to see is a client come to me and say, hey, my hemoglobin A1C is 12. Now, we know 12 is out of control. You start having vision changes and kidney problems, and you start getting numbness and tingling in your feet and your legs. Anything above 10, you should be on insulin. So if you're already that high, that's a problem. So to see them come in and say, I went to my endocrinologist and my hemoglobin A1C is now 6.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's 5 and I don't need insulin anymore. They took me off Jardiance. They took me off metformin. So those are the things that we love to hear, that makes us feel good that we're changing someone's inner self inside of you. We're changing your body and changing your life and giving you a better life.
Yeah. Quality.
You can
of
live
life.
this dash now.
Yes, come on for the dash.
Yes.
Because I think that what has happened is we have become so living this life, moving so fast, stress is so normal. When the pandemic happened and we sat down for a little while, we realized how fast we were moving, how stressed we really were.
Yes.
But then we went right back to it.
We did.
And here we are again, just on the treadmill of life with no actual treadmill in mind, but moving and not realizing that there are things that we could do to prolong our longevity.
Yes.
And mortality rates in some countries are amazing based on natural foods, natural methods, the blue zones and steep walking and actual movement that puts us in a healthier state of body than what we're doing, sitting all day on our phones, on our computers, in our cars, driving back and forth. Those things are actually ruining our health, and we don't realize it.
The sedentary lifestyle is the devil.
It has taken over so much of what we do. I believe that what you are doing is so important, and the lives that you are changing. And I know some of your roster.
Yes.
And the people that are on your roster are women that have been so close in sometimes to making those changes, but we're missing a piece.
Yes.
What do you do when you see that happening to the circle of people around you?
Well, I think that it's important as Black queens that we're able to straighten one another's crown. Let's do it. Be honest. As they say, pull your coattail.
Yes.
So I have a friend, a very personal friend that I know was working out every day, very toned, but the weight was not coming off due to postmenopausal changes. And I had to convince her, but I also said, go to your doctor and see what your doctor says, because I get a lot of referrals from doctors all around. They're sending their patients to us because they know their insurance won't pay for it, but they know that we monitor these patients every week and that we are full circle changing their lives. So it took about a year, I'll be honest with you, but I convinced that person and it has changed her life. And every day we talk about how it has not just her physical appearance, but who she is on the inside and how it makes her feel as a woman to walk in a room and say, I have arrived.
Yes.
Inside and outside, I have arrived. You see me, but you don't see me. I know who I am.
Because so often that mirror, what we see in that mirror doesn't line up with who we see on the inside. And that could take us out. Have us not showing up at work how we really are with our full confidence. Have us not in our relationships the way that we should be.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm certain that there are some women right now who would want to date that are not taking that next step because they don't feel like their bodies are in alignment with their actual age or where they want to, how they want to be seen and perceived. And so I think that what you are doing is so key to helping women in that full circle way. But speaking of pulling the coattails, I've got a girlfriend who's competing to be a bodybuilder. And she says every week she sees someone else who tells her she's getting too small. And she's like, but why ain't nobody tell me that I was getting too big? And
that is profound.
I was like, oh, I think I didn't know what to say. Because sometimes we know what's going on in our friends' lives and sometimes we don't. But either way, I think that I want this movement of where we are now as a people to be about, hey sis, hey girl, hey.
Hey girl, hey.
Let me just let you know, I don't know what might be happening that's making you gain a little weight or change in this way, but go get yourself checked out or here's somebody that I would recommend that you talk to. Because we do say it when the curves start to disappear from somebody. We're like, girl, where your booty go? Where your
I've heard it over and over.
Yeah, but we don't say nothing when they, what's wrong with us? Why are we like this?
Don't let me come in the room and then my behind comes after me. Come on.
Because that's when they get in the other text thread, right? The one you're not in. And that's when they get in the other text thread like, girl, what's going on? Where's she at? Right? But instead, we've got to, like Simone's song say, I am, you are, we are Black queens. And we've got to use that and live in this space where it's okay to say something. So, girlfriends, don't get mad. We're just telling you that we love you.
I love you. I love you. And this is all coming from my heart.
And I mean that. And that's okay. In this medical side of things, what do you see the longevity of the GLPs being? Because I know it's not brand new.
Definitely
but it's,
not.
No, but it's newer to studies and things like that. I mean, when we saw Oprah, baby, I remember Oprah dragging the meat thing out. And Oprah had found it, whatever it was. Then she got sued by the cow people. But we had never seen Oprah be like that after that time. And then Oprah popped out at 70 serving. And so we was like, now we know you're doing that Weight Watchers, but this ain't that Weight Watchers.
This is not it.
This not that.
This is something different.
This is something else. And I'm glad that she finally did, start to speak up. But that's a different story.
Right.
But what do you see the longevity of it being? Do people need to take it forever? I know you mentioned supplements. What's the long-term game on this?
No, I don't think you have to take it forever. The medication is really evolving. So they have the GIP, the GLP, then they have a new one. It's called retatrutide that has 3 peptides in it. So I think that it's going to evolve and continue to evolve. But what we do with our clients is we have a post-management program. So we have capsules or supplements, vitamins, like taking a vitamin every day, that actually mimics the injection. Now, will it give you the results of the medicine? Not at that rate, not how fast, but it can keep you on the right track. And there are some people that actually win the war, not the battle. They win. And when you have won, you're doing the therapeutic lifestyle changes, you're exercising, you're eating right, you're making sure you get your protein. So those things just come into play for some people. It's easier. But for those that are not, they stay in our post-management program, and we may see them once every 4 weeks, once every 6 weeks, sometimes once every 8 weeks. Just depends on the client. Everybody has a specific plan.
That's important.
Yes.
I love, because this is so commercial, literally on the TV.
Day in, day out.
Day in, day out. You can get it this way, get it this way. It makes it seem like it's not something that you need medical direction for. What do you say to the woman that is like, well, I'm embarrassed to have this conversation with someone else and might be thinking about clicking that button on the TV or clicking that button online? What do you say to her for why she should come to you or someone like you to guide her through instead of just getting that shot?
I think it's very important that you know what you're getting, that you trust who you're getting it from, that you've had some conversations with some previous clients. Look at their Facebook, look at things that you see them change. Everyone has this layout of what they've done and how they've done it, so you can pretty much see who's doing the work. Those programs work for some people. They're just, most of the time, they're not sustainable. They're not sustainable. You don't know if they're microdosing you, if you're getting the right dose. So I think it's very important that you just come to someone that you can actually have a conversation with. But I also do private consultations. So if I have a client that doesn't want everyone to see them, and we have that a lot, where we've shut down the clinic and moved someone through this clinic multiple times. I don't know if you heard the story, but we've done that for that person until they were ready to tell their story.
Wow.
So we will do that as well.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yes.
Because, we're in Chicago, but this is happening all over. But people's pride and ego is very much associated with their weight loss. And even if, to go back to Oprah for just a second, if Oprah wasn't willing to say it out loud, then there definitely is a component to it that has a little shame that I did all the things to try to lose this weight and then I couldn't. So was I a failure? And I needed this thing, to even help in that way.
But guess what? If you have hypertension, you take a pill. If you have cholesterol, you take a pill. So why wouldn't you take something that is going to sustain and help your life and make you a healthier person? Why wouldn't you be willing to do that? And this is natural. This is a peptide. This is something that you already have in your body. So,
so let's stay there for a minute. So it's not an artificial something that's artificial in it. It's just something that we have but don't have enough of.
So these are peptides and hormones.
Okay.
So you have GLP and GIP receptors already there, ready for you to take on. But some people, because we're obese, we don't have enough insulin. Our pancreas is not working enough to get the insulin out to actually get that glucose inside the cell. So that's what this injection does. It works to do that so that your body can utilize that energy in a different way. So it's just not, I'm just out here and I have all this blood with sugar in it. They call it sugar. Back in the day.
Sugar. Right.
It's actually taking that out of your bloodstream, which makes a huge difference in your life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is exactly why I wanted to have this conversation with you, because I don't know that watching those commercials.
Exactly.
I don't know that even watching my friends' Facebook posts.
Yes.
And I feel, you know, when it first started happening and I saw such dramatic weight loss in some people, I was concerned. And I was like, well, but, you know, you can only Google so much. And that's why, to celebrate Women's History Month, I said, let's talk to a professional that has been on the journey, helped people in real life and real time.
Yes.
That knows all the answers to these questions, because we're so we're just chasing this phantom fantasy in so many areas of our lives. This microwave society of how money should be made, about how bodies should look, etc. And there needs to be some reality check involved in this, where you take real-time information and apply it, and then get the results.
Absolutely.
And
there's no cookie cutter. So if you're getting it off television, that's what they're sending to everybody. They're not specifying this plan to you as a person. And that's what we do when you come sit in front of us weekly. We have to adjust. There are some people that the medication does not react to them. So we have ways to make it work. It just depends on that person. How much are you eating? How much are you exercising? We try to actually gauge it and adjust it to you as a person and your lifestyle. You can't do that off of television.
No.
You can't do that off of telehealth.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. So you talked about the food meal prep.
Yes.
Right. So how do you guide people through meal prepping? Do they do it for themselves? Do you have a company? Tell me about that part.
So we are in collaboration with Temple Fuel. We've been working with them very long. We have a discount code that our clients can use. And there's sometimes that I'll do just a raffle, and I'll say, I'll give you 2 weeks of Temple Fuel. Just to get people out there to start using it and see how easy it is. But we send out an email to all of our patients. So a welcome email is going to give you 0-calorie foods, healthy foods, how much water you should drink, how many calories does it take you to gain a pound, how many calories would it take for you to lose a pound as far as your BMR. So we try to give you that information up front so that you know, and then when you come in the next time, we discuss those things with you from the email. So we also do that.
And are there any recommendations on the fitness component? Because I know that, you know, we all got some kind of weights at home. We got them weights, we put them in the corner. We got that kettlebell. We got you mean the thing that holds the clothes?
Yes.
Right.
Got dusted off
and use it. But we have these things. What makes a difference when people are working out in community versus just have some things at home? Because that's what we all say we're going to do, and then we don't do it. But what makes a difference in that community component?
I think in community, you get the camaraderie. You get the accountability. You get someone paying attention to you and saying, go girl, you did that. I'll see you next week. That dopamine, those endorphins that you feel, that good feeling, that pleasure center starts to ramp up when you're exercising. So I think that's important to be in a group setting. And from my friends that do it, I work out with a personal trainer, but I need that. I need that person. I don't like a lot of overstimulation. So being with a personal trainer is easier for me. It works for my schedule. But he works me.
I need somebody to tell me exactly what to do.
Absolutely.
Because in theory, no matter how much I go, I still am like, where do I put my feet?
Absolutely.
And I want to do it properly. And I think a lot of people don't do it at all because they don't really know how to do it properly.
Correct.
So do you suggest any collaborations with others to
do? So we are working on a collaboration that should be dropping on March 15th with Garza, with Linda.
Oh, no, not the sergeant. Oh, God.
With the sergeant.
I've seen
she's
those
a
signs.
gentle giant. She's really a gentle
giant. Girl, those signs I say, I lost a whole lot of pounds in 6 weeks. And they be so proud with the sign because I know that they put in work. I've seen those videos.
Yes.
She's scary.
She's a gentle giant. And there's different levels for them. So if you are a new, like a novice, then you work out at this level until you get to that level. Because I think that nobody starts in the same place. It's just like this. Everything is specific and individualized. And she has a lot of different levels where you can still stay in a class and get through the class with her.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's nothing to be afraid of.
Okay.
I've always been afraid to work out, but I know that what I can't do, I can't do. And when I can do it, I will do it. I promise. But I'm going to stay.
Yeah.
And I'm going to fight, and I'm going
Yeah.
to get through this class.
I'm not going to give up.
And it's very important. She's really good at that.
Okay.
You know, making sure that there's those people that can't do it don't feel like they're failures,
Okay.
and that they can get through the program.
Okay.
So we're dropping this deal on March 15th with Garza. We're going to be in collaboration with them. We're going to do a 6-week program for our clients, and we're going to see 4 weeks, you buy an injection, 2 weeks, you get them free. And then we also do the meal plan. We're going to have you work out. You can't do anything but win.
That's the trifecta.
This is winning.
Yeah,
the trifecta,
that's the
winning.
trifecta.
Yes.
But I didn't hear a mental health component
Now
in there.
that's just on the daily.
Okay,
so
that's
I
on the
am
daily.
a mental
Okay.
health professional as well.
Okay.
And don't through our days, because we have people that lose their family.
Don't
We've
get
had
me
a lot of death. We've had a
Yeah.
lot of depression, a lot of anxiety. I have 400-pound patients that come in here, and they say, these small women, why are they here? But I'm like, guess what? Your journey is your journey. We're working on your journey. So we're always having counseling and cognitive behavioral therapy.
Okay.
And they don't know that's what it's called, but I know what it is because
Yes.
that's what I'm doing with them
Yeah.
in our sessions. We try not to rush anyone out. There's some people that I say, okay, I want you to be my primary care patient,
So I can
because
help
then
you in
I
a
can
different
work
way.
with you further.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the trifecta of all the things. Maybe we'll sprinkle a little Coach Mo in there.
Little
I
Coach Mo.
Figure I can do
Get a little
something,
Coach
you know.
Mo.
And then
Yes.
maybe you and I could go do the. Will you do the Garza with
I will
me?
do the Garza with you.
Okay.
Scout's honor.
Okay,
We're doing
we
this.
could do it. We could do it. We could do anything.
We could do it.
Well, I just want to thank you for sitting with me to educate me, because
Thank you.
I can then be an advocate in the real world.
Yes.
To tell people, yes, you might not know the people that I know that are going to see her, but if you did,
Right.
you'd go and see her
Exactly.
too. Because the mental, physical, emotional health of women and men, because girl, I didn't know the men was on the GLPs.
Yes.
My husband's gonna be watching this like, the men doing what now?
The men on the GLP, the GIPs. Yes.
Yeah, that's good to know. But this educational component to feel safe, be seen, be touched.
Yes.
Is so key, because
And
be heard, because so many people don't have this part. And that, I believe, is why you are in this season of success.
Yes.
Because your passion for this,
I received that.
it comes through.
Yes.
And as I see you move around the world, I literally see an energy around you
Yes.
that matters.
I feel that.
So much.
I feel that.
I literally see it. The Chicago Defender is celebrating their 121st birthday. And this has been the publication that has told our story from us by us.
Yes.
This series is called The Voices of Influence, because I believe that in 20, 30, 50 years from now, this is the history that people will be
Yes.
watching.
Yes.
And the goal is to share information that we pin now,
Yes.
but continues to be relevant
Yes.
over time,
Yes.
and tell our stories of how we
Continue to
got
tell the
here.
stories.
And I would love for this to be a marker in how the mortality rate of Black men and women shifted and changed,
Yes.
because we took control
Yes.
of our food noise.
Yes. Of our food noise.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So what would you tell somebody that was on the fence or wanted to get their confidence back? What would you tell them that would bring them through this door?
I would say call and have a consultation.
Okay.
That's an easy step. And I answer every phone call myself.
Okay.
So if you call through the answering service, you're going to talk to me.
Okay.
I'm going to call you back.
It's not going to be AI.
It's not going to be AI. It's not going to be Linda or anybody else. It's going to be Marlyn Hirsch.
Yes.
I am going to call you back. And sometimes we do have small conversations to get them through the door.
Okay.
But I also offer, like I said, the private consultations. You don't have to be in front of a lot of people. I come in on Mondays and Tuesdays. I'm closed, but I come in for my private VVIP clients.
VVIP,
Is what I call them.
yes.
And anybody can be a VVIP. It doesn't matter what status you are. If you're coming on Monday and Tuesday, that's what I consider, because you got me on my bed. So yeah, we can definitely have a private conversation. I think taking the step, doing some self-reflection, realizing this is where I'm at. Where do I want to be? Yeah. This is where I'm at. Where do I want to be? Yeah. And if you want to be there, it's going to take a step to get you there. Yeah. And you can't just sit down and keep saying, I'm looking, I'm seeing, I'm turning, I'm flipping. It's not going to work for you, because that's not going to make you have longevity in your life and increase your metabolism. Those things aren't going to happen. You have to do something to bring it along. This is the gas. Yes. The GLP, the GIPs is the gas. Yes. And your vehicle. And I'm the car. Hit the gas. Yes. Yes. I am hitting the gas. Like, let's go, girl.
Yes. Let's go, girl. Well, if you are on the fence, definitely come and visit Dr. Marlyn Hirsch, because she a pro and she one of us, and she cares. Pro. Yes. Well, your career and your work speaks for itself. So on this Women's History Month, I give you your flowers and I celebrate you.
And I receive them.
What you are doing.
I receive them wholeheartedly. Yes.
Black Queen.
Black Queen. Yes.